What's happening, folks? My name is Ipaintcreatures, also known as IPC, and I always like to begin these videos with full gratitude and appreciation for all of you that have taken your precious time to come by each week and watch these videos. And I'm hoping you get value for value, get inspired, like my friend Miss Mac says, you start to move poetically. And hopefully Miss Mac is watching this. I know she does some YouTube, and she's become a valuable friend, a Northern California ally, and just give a big shout out to the Miss Mac. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is a Henry David Thoreau quote. And it says, "It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see." And we have kind of two sets of sight, like for instance, this image I'm doing right here, it's means a lot to me because I did it for a gentleman that had kind of a chronic disease. He was over from Europe, and I met him through the streaming community, and he was real popular because he just turned on the video and streamed and just talked from his heart, showed all his limitations physically, but I believe in his mind he was really free. He really liked dragons, so every time he came in, I did him a custom dragon, and I unfortunately didn't send any of them to Europe. I think I sent them to him digital copies, but this is definitely one of them that I did for him. And it was a time that he was kind of declining in his health, because he had a lot of chronic, really out there diseases, but he just kept going. He loved life. He loved drinking tea and consuming a little bit of the herbal medicine to keep his spirits up and in perspective. And then he passed on, and so he's not with us anymore. But that's why this video is so magic. And his name was Spencer, and I really believe he lived what this quote says. Even though his limbs and a lot of parts of his body stopped working, he really didn't matter to him what he was looking at and seeing his life as, because inside he saw grand. And when he came to visit me in my stream and seeing me do this art, he just lit up and gave a lot of his knowledge about life, how it's better just to flow and feel who you are, and really come forward with your purpose. And and I'm real glad I opened this video with quoting Miss Mac. She says, "Move poetically," and I can't emphasize that enough. It's a big part of my life. I love to write poetry and perform it, but if it doesn't have any solutions or relevance, to how I'm living, then I'm basically just kind of a performer and a writer, and just the whole living poetically, moving poetically. We not exactly know what that means all the time, but it definitely means, looking, not just judging everything outward, look inward and, and move your mind poetically. That's why I always like to say, my 90-page book called Symphony, it's a painted poetic symphony, and everything's possible in a painted poetic symphony. And I picked symphony for my book because it's a metaphor of music, but it's also a metaphor of like the big band, because you got the strings and the percussion, and it just seems like, all the really fascinating, incredible people that have ran into my life, make my life a symphony. And then, what's important to me is the Thoreau quote, It's not what everything looks like. It's how you see and how you think, And a good thing is to think from the beyond. And as I look at this painting for Spencer, I created some magical and left it on the earth. And, I did it in high quality paint, so it should be, won't fade for like over 100 years or more. So I look forward to putting this in my next book or my next project. So big shout out and RIP to Incredible Spencer. And I'd like to thank you all for watching the video today, and move poetically like Miss Mac says. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you real soon.